Here we go. Here we are. What's poppin', shawty? My girlfriend's walking around. She exists. What'd you forget? Oh, that part? Here you go. She's trying to do drugs off camera. I'm calling the police. We don't do drugs in this house. Oh, she's trespassing. Hmm. Well, what is new? Okay, she's gone. Uh, man, what is new? I moved again. I mentioned it a little bit in the Charles episode, which y'all should listen to. People were like, "Damn, I didn't know y'all could play instruments." Hey, me neither, bro. I just picked up that bass guitar and it just made sense. As a Jamal, I feel like I'm inherently just meant to just pick up a bass guitar and groove on it. Just making sure that worked. No, yeah. Oh, God. Just like the stresses of like just moving into two places in such a short span. You know what I mean? Like just in the between, like probably not even 6 months. You know, like I moved into my apartment with my sister, like in like April ish, maybe. And then like fuck, I like moved out of there, and now I'm here. I moved there like I moved here at the end of July, maybe beginning of August. I live with my girlfriend Sam now. You know what I mean? That's pretty tight. I ain't mad at it. I'm really not. I'm pretty into it. You know, real odd couple kind of thing. You know, I was about to do that stupid hacky joke. It's like, you know, we're like an odd couple. You know, like I'm a little quirky. She's a bitch. She's actually pretty cool. She's pretty chill. She's one of those people, like most people, who want to be around me all the goddamn time. And I can't handle that. No, it's cool. It's a part of it's like a step in my life. I didn't think I was like kind of like prepared for it, but you know, like not really like thrust into it, but kind of sort of not really, you know. And I'm handling pretty well. I mean, it's just not even nothing to handle. It's just melded lives pretty easily because we're just, you know, one of the that gay shit you always hear in rom coms. Well, you know, it felt like we were spending more time at each other's places than you know our own. And I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Now here we are. You got what you wanted, bitch. Ah, that's so funny. Oh, that's the best. Yeah, I just got back from what is it? Picking up the child at school like forever ago. And I picked up Sam at work, and then he naps on the way home. You know, if I drive chill and just talk to him and just help him knock out, he'll take a good old nap. And then you know you get like an hour and some change to like chill at home. You know, Sam got off a little earlier, got to pick her up, chilled, smoked a ball allegedly. No, I'm kidding. No, but it's like honestly, like my alcoholism has gotten so much better because you know, like I don't do like, you know, I have to be sober for most things, you know, and then like I feel like I earn my beers now. You know what I mean? It legit is 5 o'clock. You know what I mean? I've done all my duties that require me to drive anywhere. You know what I mean? And like you know, all I gotta do later on is just like walk a dog and then go to the park with my family. Which is a great thing to do drunk. Oh man. You know, my dog Ginger lives here, which is lovely. I need my puppy. And then like there's a kitty here. It's pretty solid. Haven't seen her in a few hours. I'm starting to get scared, but she's around here probably. Probably napping with the kid. They do that. But like yeah, so I am here with my one of my doggies, Ginger, not the beagle. Beagle lives at home. Oh, not at home. Beagle lives with my sister. Me and my sister, you know, we broke up for a little bit. We had a falling out. The band broke up. We was mad beefing. You know what I mean? I mean, she's the one beefing. I was chill. I ain't got shit wrong with nobody. If you got a problem, let me come correct with you motherfuckers, bro. If anyone's got a problem with me, I want you to fully understand that that is all on you. Because I ain't do shit to nobody. And if I did, bro, you just being a little bitch. You overreacting to my shit. You know, I'm not perfect, bro. I'm not perfect. I cry a lot, bro. I cry a lot, you know. I deal with my emotions. I handled my shit. Sometimes I'm too real for these people, bro. That's the problem. You know, my mom once, she was like, many years ago, she was like, Molly, sometimes you're just too intense for people. And I'm like, you sound like them, you hater. Now, she was right now. She's absolutely correct. I'm a lot. And there's a lot going on up here and in here, bro. Bro, I party hard, but I love even harder, dog. You know what I'm talking about? No. What were they talking about? Oh, yeah. But, moved to a different place. Pretty happy here. Not even gonna lie. I'm closer to everything. You know what I mean? Had a little PTSD of like moving super fast. You know what I mean? So it was just like, cause I don't move a lot. I only moved. Gingy, told you that. I told you that dog was here. Come here, Gingy. She's like learning to understand because, like I said, it's like 5 o'clock. She's like learning to understand when the neighbors and like other people around, like this is their time to come home. Like you don't have to bark at them. It's those late night weird times when they're at our door is when you need to be like that. And she'll slowly, if I just like tell her to stay calm, she'll just sit there, just slowly growl like a psychopath. She's just standing out the window. I remember one time I was tripping balls on mushrooms. Gingy. But yeah, you know what I mean? Just like everyone's just figuring out their routines and shit, bro. You know what I'm talking about? That's just how that goes. So we out here, Rick Rossing it, not loving these hoes. It's kind of like got a more of like a schedule because like just more of a routine. It's not just me just waking up and meandering from one task to the next. I'm helping out several people in their lives now, and it's pretty tight. I am not mad at that at all, bro. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. It's a weird thing. You know what I mean? Because it's just like so much going on, but in the middle of it all with JamalRahal, I'm sitting there being like, ain't nobody gonna take my piece from me. I ain't gonna take no one shit. Which is why I think I'm just like really into my like emotions and just handling shit. Because I guess like I was just so blocked up, not really blocked up, but just ignoring a lot of things. And I'm just like, well, you know what? Times are different, bro. You're not, because like, just dude, like that probation shit really forced me. It's been a year and some change now since I got off, and it's been without incident. You know what I mean? Knock on wood, it stays that way. But I'm actually really, really proud of myself for that. Wasn't even actively kind of trying. I was just going with my gut and just like going along with the lessons that I had learned along the way, and just like really trying to trust my gut more. You know what I'm talking about? Like, because a lot of my issues were just being like that feeling where you're like, should I? And you just say, fuck it. I guess it just depends on the kind of person you are. I am a pretty extroverted person already. I'm a lot, like I said, I'm a lot to deal with. So even if I think the person who is too much, like I said, like a huge personality, if they're the ones being like, should I? They probably shouldn't. You know what I mean? They're like, if they stop to think about it, maybe, maybe you shouldn't, because like what about those people who are just like, but wait, if you don't like go with that fucking feeling, you'll be missing out on stuff. That's the thing. I don't miss out on a lot. If anything, I'm trying to chill. I need more peace in my life. I be doing too much goddamn nonsense with my retarded friends and idiot loved ones. And you know what I mean? Like shit don't stop. Shit is busy, which is a good problem to have. You know what I mean? I ain't missing out on a lot. I make time for a lot of nonsense. You know what I mean? I have been doing a lot of mushrooms. At least once a week. For a while, for like 3 weeks, I did. That was pretty tight. And I would watch a movie. This is all allegedly. No, and like, what is it? And like, first off, The Matrix. That was the first movie. You know what I mean? I was just like sitting there. I was like, what should we do? Like, what should we do? It's the weekend. I'm childless, bro. You know what I mean? Home alone in the house, just the adults and the pets. Mushrooms. And then we sitting there watching The Matrix. Great fucking movie. Don't even get me wrong about that. Best goddamn thing. I love it. Holds up so much. I love it so much. Don't even get me twisted. It's like rewatching it, just tripping balls. It's Morpheus, bro. I love him so much, but I hate him so much. Like, and like by hate, it's a strong word, but it's just like, bro, like I'm just sitting there watching this dude. Could you just imagine going through all the bullshit, Neo was going through, and then there's this guy who comes out of nowhere. He's just so sure of himself. Just sits down in a chair and he's like, "You think you got this shit, bitch? What you know and what you don't know ain't the shit that you probably, bro. You don't even know, man. You don't even know, dude. Is that what you think? Is that just so condescending? He's just like, just then tell me. Why don't you tell me what's going on, bro? If it's so much at stake, if everything is so goddamn special, why the theatrics? There's thunder in the background. Why do you have a badass coat? Where's my fucking coat? I can't get a coat, bro. You ain't no coat rack in here. You can hang that shit up. What is with this? You're just being so much right now, and you are not being comforting. Like pills. Now you're offering me pills, motherfucker. You haven't told me a goddamn thing. Have you ever had a feeling? Have you ever had a feeling? That shit wasn't what you were thinking that it was. And you're just like, yes, but why do you make me hate that I am agreeing with you right now? Why are you? It's like you just feel so seen. You're just like, oh, he's saying nonsense, but he's hitting my soul. And you're just sitting there, just spit it out. Get to the point. Oh, the theatrics, bro. He's just sitting there. Oh, he's smiling. You're like, who the fuck are you? What the It's like, you're Morpheus. It's like, it's almost like Never Meet Your Hero. It's like, oh my God, bro. Like, everything is just aligned with this guy. Everything's a presentation. And I get, you know what? Now I'm starting to come over because I get it. It's like, bro, man, when I see the one, I'm going to go all out. And I get it. I get it. I mean, I get it. I guess I also admitted when I was sitting there watching it, it's like, I'm jealous that what can I do to be that fucking sure of myself to just walk up to a place with a long ass coat with some crazy ass sunglasses at night and just be like, bro, like what you think this shit, bro, this, you don't even know, bro. You don't even fucking know, bro. Shut your stupid ass up. You don't even know what the fuck you talking about, bro. You know that feeling? You know that fucking feeling. Exactly, bro. Like, see, you don't even fucking know what I'm talking. You know what I mean? It's like he's just throwing you in these circles and you're just like, it's like, I know you're right, but goddamn it, you're not saying anything. And he was just making me laugh so goddamn hard. And man, that beginning scene, I was just like, bro, Trinity is the baddest bitch of all time. Like, just take no shit from this bitch. Like, honestly, from the get-go, she's amazing. And I don't know where they nerf her ass. As soon as she gets dignitized, all of a sudden she just forgets how to fight and needs somebody to save her, bro. Like, what? Oh, yeah. And then what else? Bro, I watched Mad Max Fury Road. This is the first time I've watched it since I saw it in theaters forever ago. And like I said, trip balls. Holy shit. That movie's a lot. Movie is a lot. That movie, what I came out of it with the second go around was just, wow. Way to go through all that crazy bullshit just for you to feel like, okay, it's okay. Just to let you know, it's all okay. But I don't feel very okay. Things are all right. Things might even be better. But I don't feel okay. Not after all that shit. Pretty movie, man. Jesus Christ. The bluest blue and the most orange I've ever seen in my life. You might be like, that was red. I'm like, I'm colorblind. As a colorblind person, when I'm tripping balls on shit and I'm watching these badass movies that are super colorful, they're very vibrant. And it's pretty awesome to watch. Especially because I watch like cartoons right before stuff starts kicking in. So like I can just chill, be in a good mood while it comes up. So it'd either be like Futurama or King of the Hill. And King of the Hill happens like really fucking hard. Especially if you're watching the old episodes, it kind of looks like old animation, whatever. And I don't know where you're just like, man, these things are fucking popping. And I don't know where you're just like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? And then third one was Watchmen. Goddamn, one of my favorite movies of all time. I ain't even here my favorite goddamn movie of all time. That's all I gotta fucking say about that. And then just seeing it on shrooms for the first time. Holy fucking shit. Fuck, I love that movie. And I love mushrooms. No, man, but also it's like, man, one day, like I actually like we did them like 2 days in a row. And then like I'm like, should I be talking about this? I'm like, whatever. And it's just like I did them like 2 days in a row. And I'm like, I'm the guilty one here. Nah. But like I was doing them 2 days in a row, and it's like the first day, it was like I thought I was just gonna go in and have a good goddamn time, right? I thought things were gonna be chill. I thought I was gonna be sitting in that all that. Little did I fucking know, I had a lot of shit going on in here. You know what I mean? And it just became like this fucking crazy, like vent session and cry session, just hard conversations, complex solutions, but just basic, just basic human understanding. No, but legit, it just like, bro, like, and after like it was like peaking on this shit. You know what I mean? And I swear to God, after it all, like after the peak, after like the peaks of it going away, you finally vented all your shit out and it was gone. You're just like, okay, we're good. Yeah. Yeah. That fucking feeling of just fucking vulnerability. It legit felt like you were a reptile and you had just shedded your skin and you were just like, I'm exposed. You know what I'm talking about? Shit was wild. You know? And but like it was crazy, and then it was just a lovely time after that. And then the day after, I'm like, fuck it, let's do it again. And it was the easiest time in the world. Actually, that is when I decided, hey, let's be chill and watch a movie, because I felt like I could actually sit down and everything was okay. It was almost like I just crapped out all my bile and my emotion and all like, and just got rid of what was wrong with me so I can just sit there and feel light and just, you know what I mean? It was, yeah. It's a true thing. And I guess, like, especially after that, I've always been an advocate for making sure people do that, to, like, talk about things and not keep them bottled up. Because I've said it before on this podcast, not even just on this episode. It's just like I used to, like, just lock myself up and just drink away this shit. You know what I'm talking about? Just not actually deal with it. No, I'm like now, especially with Sam, because she's she's just real big hippie bitch, you know what I mean? She's like, yeah, dude, let's like talk about shit, you know what I mean, dude? Real cool dude. And like, so it's just like, bro, it's almost like, bro, I ain't gonna be sorry about how I feel, bro. I gotta talk about this shit, bro. And if that makes you uncomfortable, like, I'm sorry, I'll deal with that. But like, like emotions are emotions. You gotta feel them, You gotta find the balance of just like, I know when I'm being a lot, but also I'm not gonna fucking stand down about how I feel about things, like staying quiet. And then like, and like being not afraid to have like hard conversations with shit. Cause after that, bro, it's light. It's light work after that. Honestly. Just go through the hard shit and just don't avoid shit. And then once you deal with it, it's hard for a moment. There's that, like I said, that shedding skin feeling of vulnerability. And after that, it's just like, I feel light. I feel pretty good. This is not bad. You know what I mean? Not too bad at all. This is JamalRahal. I don't know, man. It's just important. Kill the ego, bro. And I say it a bunch. It's like life, especially in stand-up, to like, I think, in my personal opinion, to be like a good just writer and a good anything, really for anything, just be a good person, is just to realize, just to love yourself absolutely so goddamn much and to think you're the absolute best, but understand you're not perfect and you ain't shit and you got a lot to learn. You know what I mean? It's the extremes that just destroy us all with JamalRahal. And like, I'm just out here really just trying to find the balance, and I'm just like demanding it damn near that like no one's gonna take my piece from me, bro. It's like, you got some shit, you got some bullshit, bro, that's on you, man. We can talk about it, or you can get the fuck up out of my face. I don't know, man. I'm trying to heal, man. Just trying to have a chill time, because there's a lot of good things going on. I hate that like I haven't been releasing podcasts as much, but it's like, I've been moving, and then like been lucky to do like a decent amount of shows, that aren't my own, steady book and steady writing. Man, I told a story for the first time last night, like a true story, because like I avidly was like, okay, there's that show, Unbelievable Stories or whatever the fuck. It's at Rudyard's. I'm gonna be there next month. You'll hear me talk about it again once I get these stories down. but like they were like, cool. Agenti shouts out, watch our episode. We go ham about the Matrix in that one too, honestly. But like, it was like you get either like 1 10-minute story or 2 5-minute stories. I think I can do 2 5-minute stories, and it was these two stories that because like also I was trying to like lately I've been trying to work a lot about like my race stuff in the jokes, you know what I mean, and just like just like it's not hacky to talk about who you are in your own way, you know what I mean. There's a definite way to be hacky, but I'm like just like I mean what the fuck, like am I just not going to talk about what I am and who I am and how that makes me feel? Because honestly, like even though I don't try to like make race a big deal and stuff like that, a lot of people make a big deal of just like they're like what are you? I don't get what you are, and I'm like. I didn't know how to explain myself to people, you know what I mean? It's kind of some fucked up shit. I didn't know I was other until I felt other, you know what I'm talking about? And then, so anyways, like, so, those are the things that I've been trying to, like, talk about more. And so I'm like, okay, what are the most Mexican things and the most Lebanese things I've ever done? And, the Lebanese thing I've talked about before, and if you don't know this about me, I escaped a war once in 2006 when I was, like, 11. In the story, I say 2005 because 10 sounds better than 11. You know what I mean? But whatever. And like, and then like a few years after that, me and a bunch of cousins and their stepdad, got arrested in Mexico for, drinking and driving. You know what I mean? So I'm from like 11 to like a 13-year-old just fucking it up, or 10, a few years later, it's like 12 or something. Just fucking it up, man, in multiple countries. And you know what I mean? Like, I've been fortunate enough to travel a lot, and just talk about my experiences, and just be okay to like just say the things that happen to you and just be honest about them. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't all have to be, like just me being vulnerable and blah blah blah, talking about like what's wrong with me. I was like, okay, let's talk about what has happened. Like, you know what I mean? And so I told the story about getting arrested in Mexico with my cousins. I'm not going to blow it on here, but just I just told it for the first time. It was at an open mic. At the Reds one. It was at an open mic, and I thought it wasn't going to be, I swear to God, that's why I want these two stories. I didn't think they were going to be long enough, like, at all. Like, maybe the war one, but I've been trying to work that on stage for so fucking long, and I just can't find a good ending, and there's some pieces there, but it's got, that one's going to take a lot more work. But this other one, me just, like, telling the story to people just normally, and what's annoying about doing comedy is, like, even when you're just trying to be normal, when you are being normal, your brain's just gonna start tagging shit already. So like I had tags ready for the story that like were necessary to the story, you know what I mean? And then like it was almost like preemptively trying to do tags, but it was just what came up in natural conversation, and those things worked on stage. You know what I mean? I don't think that's something that you could trust like 100%, but I think with like telling a story, just trying to like just tell people like the way you would tell somebody, you know what I mean? And some things like we're working off top, like just off the dome, that were funny, and I'm glad I recorded it on my audio. Always record your sets, you stupid bitches. Like if you want to take this shit seriously, that's honestly. And then so like it's just a lot of people just being like, "That was pretty good, dude. That was a good story." And I was telling people beforehand, I was like, "I've never told this. I'm gonna see how it works." You know what I mean? I was real scared about it, and I just fucking went for it. Was comfortable with like some parts that like were just a little quiet, but then I realized, oh man, these people are listening. Like, you know what I mean? That's really cool. And I didn't have time to finish the whole story. I didn't even get to the end. I got to the part where the cop got to us, not to the part where we're actually in the jail. That's a decent amount of time. And I told like two of my race jokes beforehand. Try to like, preface that is what I'm going to try to do on the show too. It's just like to have like two short jokes to like just preface everything so I can explain the stories better. But like the way it was seeming, bro, like I think I could tell just that one long one. See how it goes, see how it goes. And that's just something I'm really excited about. Like I like, just like, now that I'm settled at home with my girlfriend, honestly, it feels like home, and that's just a genuine thing. It's fun. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, I just feel a little solidified. I don't have to fucking move. And, she's a creative person, and so, like, we're just supporting each other's creativity, you know what I mean? So, like, that works. Because, like, man, playing music a little bit more again, finally getting back fucking at it, actually playing. Again, check out the Charles podcast, bro. There's a lot of good things. Jamal's up to something, you know what I mean? Getting back into it, and man, I just really been getting the bug to like just record more music, and I'm gonna fucking do it. I swear to God, dude. Like, I just feel it. And like podcasting, like the last one was fun. I mean, I had that done forever ago. I just needed to release it. When I released it, and I was like, cool. It was good to do it. It looked fun, and it was fun. Easy listen, it was just good, and I just want to keep doing it. I just Fucking Christ. I just like being busy with this stuff. I really do. Especially like when it's good, it's really good. You know? Of course, things you can't control, they're going to be bad or bad. You know, like, oh my God. I was on like a little hot streak with like shows and open mics for a little bit. And man, once I lost it, baby boy, let me tell you, when I fell off, bro, I fucking fell off. Jesus Christ. I was like, ooh, there it is. There it is. I was see, you know, God of the universe works in mysterious ways. I swear to God, it's like it knew. It was like, you start to feel yourself, bitch. You start to think you too good for these motherfuckers, bro. You think you better than this? Humble yourself. Absolutely. Stand up for yourself. Don't be no punk bitch, but be a student. You know what I'm talking about? No, what the fuck I'm spitting at you, dumb bitch. Man, I've been reading a lot of shit on TikTok. If you retards haven't seen that, I'm using a lot of problematic language. It's okay, I'm gay. But like, nah, man. I mean, just trying to stay busy with that stuff. TikToks are fun. Releasing reels and shit is fun. YouTube shorts are fun as fuck, dude. Real into it. You know, with the struggles of life, I honestly still can't complain about things right now, and it's just like a thing to be important to like just sit there and just like honestly a lot of things that like I try to deal with, or like a lot of the thing that's been coming up the most in like my things of to teach myself is gratitude, and to be truly grateful for like I mean, you know, when things are hard, bro. You are just like you're just praying to whatever the fuck is listening for that shit to go away, and then finally when you're in that shit, bro, you don't even when you're praying to be where you actually are, where you used to pray to be. Why can't I phrase this properly? Probably because I smoked before this, but like when you're at the place that you used to pray to be at, I mean, like it's hard to like wait. Stop for a moment and realize, wait, I'm where I used to pray to want to be here. Now I'm in heaven, bro. And to understand it, just to be grateful, and just to be happy, because like, you know, I'm 26. You know what I mean? Some people are like, what? Like, fuck you. I'm pretty, dude. I look great for 26. But it's just like I just don't want to spend the rest of my fucking youth in like. Because the 20s are like that building block where you're really busting your ass to do that shit, and it's like, okay, I'm doing it. I'm fucking doing it. And I guess I'm just making the active decision. It's like I don't want to be sad about this shit anymore. So like, but sometimes that comes with like just really being aggressive about like wanting to like get problems done and solved and shit like that. You know, I don't know. It's like a lot of growing in this house right now. You know, it is nuts. But we'll see how it goes. This has been a fun little piece right here. I might have time to record another quick 30-minute one. If not, I'll just add this to a piece of another one I do later. But all right, I might be right back. I am Jamal Rahal, and this has been Covered All with Jamal Rahal. All right, that kid's still asleep, so I got some time to shit some shit out. You know what I mean? So we're at 28 minutes. Okay, let's shoot. Let's shoot for another fucking 30. Get us a nice hour out of this, because there's actually been something, an area of discussion I've been wanting to like go at, like, you know what I mean, go at. And it's just like crazy because, you know, like, okay, so like all in this shit, like just like life has been changing so much, man, you know? So like I said, like the band broke up with me and my sister, and I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Like when that happened, I moved, whatever. I was like, whatever, bro, fuck this bitch. I don't give a fuck. You know, okay, you're tripping because she is. But I'm not perfect either. I'm just like, I understand I'm not the best person to be around or live with, but it's like not to the extent that you are taking these things. There's a horrific overreaction going on. There are things going on in your life that I have no control over that like you are putting out and using me as a scapegoat, and that's just not what we're not going to do. You know what I mean? Once you just go overboard with like how you want to handle things with people, that's when like the issue at hand, if you go over the issue at hand, like if you exacerbate it so goddamn much towards I can't even focus on the main thing you were mad at, it's like then you lost already. It's like no, the problem now is what's going on with you, and because like you fucked it up now. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, hey, think about it. Like, I can always equate it to my bullshit, but it's like, bro, yeah, sure, I was depressed and I had a lot of shit to deal with. I wasn't opening up about a lot of myself. But if that behavior led to a DWI, then bro, like, okay, then like you gotta like. There's a lot more you got to figure out now because you just made things worse. Like, you know, just don't like, I don't know. It makes sense in my head sometimes, but like no, and then like dude, like I just be there just like happy decorating my new house, setting my shit up because like my girlfriend only had like half of her shit, you know what I mean? She can only fill up so much with like her things. And then my furniture is basically filled up the rest of the house, you know what I mean? And it like legit just became, it's so gay, but it came like super homey in here. And it honestly just, it's a mixture of just like, cause it's things that I've had, cause I try to take care of my shit, cause you know, my mom beat that into me. You know what I mean? I try my best to take care of my stuff. So I have a lot of my stuff for like a long time. I don't buy a lot of stuff, to be honest with you. And you know what I mean? And like I get a lot of hand-me-downs and stuff. So like I try my best to take care of things. Cause also it's just like, I don't know, like so I just act poor for the weirdest things. Like I'll always have money for like the fun little dumb things, but like you know, like oh, I don't want to drop money on a new guitar because also I have like a fine guitar. My guitars are fine. You know, if anything, I need to fix other ones. I don't need to buy new things. I need to take better care of my other stuff. And so I have like a kitchen table that I used to have like in the house that like I lived in before, like you know, like because I've only lived in two places, like first 13 years of my life in the north side, and then the rest of them in the southwest, like you know. And then now I'm back in Houston. Now back in Houston, I'm in Montrose, but at 26, another fucking 13-year mark, you know what I mean, which is fascinating. I'm real into that. I love that actually. I take that as a good sign. You know, so it's like every 13 years, you know, you're just going through it's a huge process. And I'm into that. I'm into the idea of like fucking metamorphosis, shedding into something new. Because I feel like there's a lot of great things that I think are capable in this world. The world is changing a lot. And I mean, like Houston's changing a lot. And I don't know, like, you know, my girlfriend's doing wonderful things with her life and like her profession. And then like motivates me to try to do my best. And like, you know, stand-up's really fun. Stand-up's just really fun right now. And it's just really good. And I'm busy with it a lot. And as annoying as it can be, it's fucking fun. I'm really into that bullshit. And I'm sitting there, I have time to just sit here and bullshit with y'all for a little bit, play some goddamn good. I play guitar, like, you know what I mean? I'm like, this is nice. This is nice, man. I'm ready for, like, you know, the next step. That's really what it is. It's a lot of change and, like, growing stuff, you know, like, and, like, man, and I guess that's why, you know, I just like I'm trying my best. Like if there's some fucking issues, bro, like we got to deal with them. We got to talk about them. Life is too fucking short. Life, honestly, is too goddamn short to be beefing over the stupidest things. You know what I mean? Problems are problems. You know what I mean? But like if it's like just petty shit, like bro, there's some things we need to talk about. You know, because like I've never really talked about it before, like at all, really. I have a joke about it that I want to tell on stage, but like you know, I need some more time to like work it out and stuff like that. But like, you know, it's just something I never talked about it. But like, dude, last summer, you know, I had a relative, you know, took their own life. It was wild, fucking nuts, bro. I had to deal with that shit sober as fuck, on probation. I was chain smoking cigarettes. Oh, my chest was killing me. Oh my god, and it was such a hacky fucking thing. But like, bro, seriously just saw the motherfucker 2 weeks before it happened, and of course I hadn't seen him in a minute. It was my uncle. Basically, like he's the youngest brother at all my mom's siblings. My mom's the oldest. And what is it? My brother is 11 years older than me. And I want to say like they had a pretty similar age difference, maybe. But like, what is it? He was like an older brother to my older brother. And then like, you know, that bled into me and all my cousins who were around the same age. And so it's just like he was the cool uncle who just fucking, you know, just did sports with us, just taught us all this cool shit. Same thing with my brother. And honestly, he's the reason, like, my brother is the reason why that I am the way that I am. Like, you know, I can never get that twisted. You know, I think he's a douchebag sometimes, but so am I. You know, I'm an asshole, so it's whatever. You know what I mean? We're some tools sometimes, but goddamn it, like we're some cool people, and I love that douchebag so much. I love my brother. He's the best, and he's only the way he is because you know he had an awesome uncle. We both had an awesome uncle, so like that bled into him, that bled into me, and that helps me bleed that into other people, and I appreciate that. And that person was gone. Like you know what I mean? That was wild. My man's was gone, bro. I could not stop saying that, bro. You know, first thing I did was call Tyler Tibbs. Shout out Tyler Tibbs. Pop off. And I was just sitting on the toilet taking a shit, and I was just like, bro, my man's is gone, bro. My man's is he did it. He done did it, bro. And you know, it was just like all I could do, man. It took me a minute it took me a while to cry about it, honestly. It took me forever to cry about it, you know, but I just had to do he gone, man. I just saw him. One of the last things he told me, he was proud of me. One of the last pictures I posted on Instagram was like me, him, and like one of my favorite cousins. You know what I mean? So it was just like, bro, I couldn't even do anything. Even with shit going on in life, I was like, nah, man, I can't post beyond this, man. I just couldn't. I had to deal with that for a while, and then finally, like, I mean, I cried about that shit like last week. I was talking to Connor Stitt, and he was like, "What'd you do yesterday?" I was like, "Oh man, I did a show or I did a mic or whatever. It was fun, but then like I got really drunk and I just came home and I just could not stop thinking about my uncle, dude. I just couldn't stop. I just had to cry about it." And he was like, "Uh huh." I'm like, "Yeah, dude. Yeah. You just gotta fucking feel your feelings and like just deal with them and be honest about them." And it's not. Don't be ashamed of your feelings, man. I miss my mans. Am I so gay for it? And like, that sucks. And so like, and my sister was really close with him, which was awesome about that guy because like he was fucking fair to the goddamn like male cousins and the female cousins. You know what I mean? Like he was cool with everybody. He was a great guy. You know what I mean? Douchebag just like the rest of us. Don't get me wrong. We're all assholes in my family. Don't get that twisted. But and then like she was really close with him, and we all lost like the best part, the funnest part, man. And then like so like when me and my sister started beefing. Like, dude, I'm just like, man, I just can't be that. I'm mad. I'm pissed. I deserve to be pissed. Well, I was. We work it out. We're cool right now. We're figuring it out right now. Spoiler alert. But like I was pissed for a minute. But then, man, there'd be some times I'm just sitting there like, oh, my new place and my happy new place, and I'm sitting there just getting dinner prepared, and I'm just thinking about my sister. And I'm like, I have to like just go to Sam and just be like, hey, I want to cry right now. Can you hold me for a sec? You know what I mean? Because you just got to get it out of the way. And just not be afraid. It's like, and that's just understanding of like, dude, life's like that. It's like, I'm pissed off. I'm angry. But I miss you, bro. That's just how it is. And I guess just like, and then like, sometimes like my friends will be beefing with each other and then there's just stress going around and it's just like, I'm kind of like, sometimes I can be just like the cool guy and everyone, it just kind of seems like everyone just kind of comes to me at one point and I'm just like, everyone's just talking shit to me about each other, and the rotation changes. You know what I mean? Don't get that twisted. Sometimes you will be that friend that's just like, okay, wait a minute. Now everyone's talking to me about their beef with everybody else. Like, you know what I mean? It rotates. And it felt like for a little bit it was on me. And I was like, oh my God, my family's all crazy on each other. And both like my friends and family. And I'm just like, no. And then I saw this episode of the Boondocks. My favorite episode, really. It's Flyman, something like that. Favorite episode. I can never really remember the fucking. I don't watch it a lot because it just hits really hard for a lot of things for me. And you know what I mean? It just makes so much sense because it's about them going back to Chicago, going back home. And everyone's like, oh, you think you're better than us because you moved out of here. And then like, I kind of could relate to that a little bit, because I just completely left. You know what I mean? It was only like a 45-minute drive, but like that 45 minutes was a huge difference. It's not like complete like different like thing like that. You know what I mean? But it was just like I could relate to like, you moved away from an entire part of your life and then like that's just not that life you have anymore. You know what I mean? Like I just did not see like that side and I did not get close with I didn't see a lot of my uncles anymore. And like that transition led to the weird-ish relationships that like I had with like my aunts and stuff and my uncles now, you know what I mean? Like I couldn't see him as much. And then when I did, I did. And when I couldn't, I couldn't. But it wasn't the same. And like it was different. Things were just different. And so you know what I mean? Like that builds a weird feeling sometimes. And I guess I could relate to it in a sense of just like, yeah, I've moved. I moved once. Shit changes and it's weird. You don't know how that affects the other people around you, man. And then I had a best friend that I used to see every day. He lived like a house away, and it's like as soon as I moved, he tried to come over a few times, and after that, just never saw him again, ever, 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 ever. You know what I mean? Like that's just how that works. And then the A story is like granddad dealing with his old friend. It's just like, man, fuck that bastard. I'll never forgive him. Also, I love Mike Epps. He plays granddad's friend. Mike Epps is my goat. I love him so much. Mike Epps is one of my favorite comedian anythings. Mike Epps is the fucking love him. Mike Epps is the best. I watched Next Friday the other day. Love it. Anyways, so it's just like, it was just real big. It's just like, like just when Granddad came to that realization, he's like, and then it was just like, Mo didn't throw your whole fucking friendship away. You did, and he's like, well, and then that, what have I done? All those years of just hating him. And you can't take it back, man. You can't take that shit back. That shit blows. And it was just hitting me so hard because I was just like, that's why. Because it's like all this change, like into becoming adults, and I'm just like, I don't want to be like that. You know what I mean? Like I just, like for petty things. There's big things, but it's the petty stuff. You know what I mean? It's just like, because I mean, like, bro, it felt like yesterday I was fucking, I'm 26 now. It felt like yesterday I was fucking 16, dude. You know what I mean? Also helps because I still look sexy as shit, you ugly bitches. I can still fit in my high school clothes. Homo. Because I was shredded in high school. No, I wasn't. I pretty much built the same. Ran around like right when I hit 17. And I just went to the gym kind of steady. I just stayed at like 175 my whole fucking life after that. I'm fine. You know what I mean? And, no, yeah, and I guess it was just like, you see shit like that, and you're just like, man, and that episode just hit so hard because it just cuts so much, but it is so fucking funny. Don't get me fucking wrong on that. You think you're going to get some bitches off of that? You don't think you're going to get some airplane pussy? Oh, my God, that shit is so funny. No, but like there's that deep thing about just like, dude, adult friendships, growing up, what happens with the hard times, and I'm like, am I really just not going to talk to my sister ever? And then like, it started with like, she would send me a meme here, send me a meme there and stuff like that. And it just started slow like that. And I'm just like, I ain't going to throw that bullshit away like that. And that's what I've been dealing with. My name is JamalRahal. Thank you guys so much. Good 41 minutes. I'll tack this on to something else maybe, or just have a short episode. Go fuck yourselves. Love you guys.